Hello, welcome back. Today let's try to solve another Leetcode problem, 2038. Remove colored pieces if both neighbors are the same color. So I'm not going to read the descriptions. I'm gonna just explain. So this colors is just a string. So inside there will be just a capital character A and B. So there are consecutive characters like 3A's or 2B's. So we are playing a game. So Alice and Bob. Alice will take only the A and Bob will take only the B. And when Alice takes the A, she can only take the characters in the middle. It means for the three A's, she can only take the middle one. And for Bob also can take the characters in the middle, but it must be character B. So for this one, if Alice takes the A, so what left behind is just AAB, ABB, and Bob cannot take it because there are no three consecutive B's. Basically, this is just an easy problem, but why make it medium? Maybe just make a lot of descriptions just because the descriptions is too long, and also the descriptions makes the problem a game theory problem, but actually it's not a game theory. It's not a real hard game theory problem. It's just a easy one. You don't need to use DP. You just need to use the list groups method. I've already prepared a lot of list group problems in Leetcode. There are at least 10 problems, or maybe you can find 20 problems. And for this problem, exactly it's the same. What did I mean? I mean that if there are three characters of A's, we can count it as 1 for Alice, because Alice can take this. For one time, Alice can consume an A, and Alice will not lose. And if there are three consecutive B's, so yeah, for this example, if there are more than three consecutive B's, we're gonna count how many numbers of B's Bob can consume. For example, let's check this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it means it has 7. 7 plus 2, the adds. There are 2 B's, so it will be 5. It means Bob can consume at least 5 times. And what about Alice? Alice can consume 1 time. It means after 1 time, Bob consumed a B, and Alice cannot consume A anymore. Of course, she will lose, and Bob will win. Yeah, like this kind of a method, it's also we are counting the consecutive of A's and B's. We just need to check some conditions if the length is more than 3 or not. If it is more than 3, we're gonna count. If we have more A's, count as A's or count as B's. So I'm just using the template of list groups to solve the problem. Now let me prepare the code. So I'm gonna prepare a capital character A and capital character B. So this means how many times Alice can consume, and B for how many times of B's Bob can consume. So it will be started as 0 and 0. So if there are more, so for example, there are 3 A's. So for Alice, I will count by 1. And there's no B's for Bob to consume, so Bob will still be 0. And for the final return, it's gonna be A more than B. If A equals to B, Alice will lose because Alice takes 1 time, Bob takes 1 time. For the next time, Alice cannot take, so she will lose. So the return must be A more than B. Now I'm going to prepare the template for the question for I and N. I is the first index 0 and N is the length of the colors string. Now I'm going to use the while loop while I less than N. So for the start point, it will be I, and another while loop I less than N minus 1, and I'm going to check this colors I equal to colors I plus 1. If they are equal, now I'm going to shift the I by 1 to the right side. After that, I'm going to check So I'm going to check the length first. So the length will be I minus start plus 1. So if this length is more than and equal to 3, yeah, I'm going to count it. So for the count, I'm going to check if this color's start is equal to B or not, if it is equal to A or not. If it is equal to capital A, so I'm going to count it to A, to Alice. So A should equal to this number, I minus start plus 1. And I'm going to minus the start and add point, because for the start and add point, I'm gonna need to minus a 2. And similarly for the Bob, it will be the same. So I'm just going to copy this line of code and change it to B. After that, I'm going to update my I pointer by 1 shifted to the right side. Now I'm going to run it to check if it really works. As you can see, it works. Now let me submit it to check if it can pass all the testing cases. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, but let's just wait for the result. By the way, the time complexity is just ON, even there are 2 while loops, but actually we are just shifting the I pointer. We didn't have 2 pointers, shifted 1. Start is just a record of the I. As you can see, it passed, and it's pretty fast. Thank you for watching. If you think this is helpful, please like and subscribe. See you next time.